Welcome to this video, Francesco. It's been a pleasure having you here. So, if you guys don't know, Francesco is a developer advocate and is mainly famous for Docker tips and threads on Twitter. And I even have a YouTube channel, and I can share the link in the description below. So, how are you, Francesco?
I'm fine, thanks, Kaarthik. Great introduction, way better than my first one. And how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing good. So, let me start with my first question. What was your developer journey like on Twitter and even like in a normal way?
Okay, let's start from Twitter because when I started using Twitter seriously, let's say Twitter is a serious thing. I started to use Twitter seriously in January 2020, and I was a full stack developer for the European Space Agency.
Okay.
And before that, I was really not that social media person. Not even a larker, because someone they lark, they just like, they don't interact. Even I didn't even wasn't doing that even. And so after a couple of months, maybe you know what happened. A pandemic happened, so we started to work from home. I had 3 hours of commute every day, 100 kilometers, and then basically I was just in my house working from home, so I had like 3 more hours per day, which is basically a part-time job. So I decided to dedicate this time to Twitter because I started to find some friends, I started to be a little bit more social. My mindset started to change.
Maybe like a wonderful friend like Kaarthik.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and so basically, I also was just a consumer of content, which is not a bad thing. If you just watch videos, you don't have to be a content creator. This is not a must. But I started to switch my mind because I've always been a teacher in some ways. Both of my parents are teachers. I've been a volleyball coach for 20 years.
Wow. I never know that.
I've been a teacher of math, physics, and chemistry in high school, for example, also for some periods. So when I started to be a developer, I was really missing this part of sharing my knowledge. It was really a problem for me. So I didn't consider this social media stuff. So when I had the opportunity to start to create I started from articles because I was very, very camera shy. And by the way, today is 1 year from my very first video when I talked on internet. So
wow,
timing.
Congrats.
I just released a video about that.
So, and by the way, you said that you are a volleyball coach, right? So who introduced you to Docker? Because you have a huge fan base for Docker.
This is a great question. I discovered Docker by myself. So just checking some from YouTube without using social media. I know this could sound super strange, but I was just like, I think I bought like 70 or 80 courses on Udemy, something like that. And so I started from front end, then some back end. By the way, I have a computer science degree, but basically I'm also a self-taught developer. We're never heard about Docker in my university, to be honest.
Wow.
So yeah.
So yeah, and how do you exactly manage your time? Like we are spending more hours on Twitter, and I'm getting like tired of notifications. Even you are a big account, right? You must be getting many notifications. So how exactly do you manage your time?
Clones. No, I'm joking. I think there are many ways to manage your time. My secret, if we can call this a secret, is that I like to wake up very early. And of course, you can be super successful even if you wake up at, 12 p.m., especially if you are a rock star or something like that. But for me, since I live in Rome, there's a lot of traffic, there's a lot of noise, there is a lot of notifications, people sending me a mail all day long. By the way, I'm from Italy, if you haven't recognize that, because I do a lot of gestures.
So are you from Italy?
And, yeah, I'm from Italy.
Oh, I thought you were from France.
Okay, let's close this interview.
Okay.
My name is Francesco.
Francesco.
Doesn't mean that I'm from France.
Okay.
I love this.
I actually thought that you are from France.
Perfect.
That's why I was sending so many friends messages.
Yeah, now we are laughing, but for example, when you are on Twitter, you have
Yeah.
so many connections, so many people, so it's super distracting. So I made some interviews on my YouTube channel, and yeah, I discovered something that I didn't know about my friends. So this is also is not something that is surprising me so much because we have too many things to worry about. Yeah, so
So yeah.
that's it.
Okay, cool. So you recently got promoted as Docker captain, right? So do you
Yeah,
feel any pressure in
super
that?
proud.
And
No, I don't feel any pressure. I'm super happy. I know that I can provide a lot of value as a Docker captain. I met a lot of people working on Docker. I work on the upcoming features. I'm working on maybe a future conference about some new features. So I'm super excited about that. I really don't feel the pressure. I think I felt more pressure during my daily job, my full time job.
maybe
Now,
reading my messages can give you some pressure.
yeah, but I think that no, I don't feel. I feel pressures for other things, but not for this. This is really my happy corner, happy paradise. This
So is it like
the,
something special, like being a Docker captain? You must have many responsibilities, right?
yeah, basically you should promote what's new in Docker. You should actively participate in some events. You will have some meetings every week or every 2 weeks. So we meet, we talk about something new. We are more, we're more connected with the real the Docker CEO, so other Docker captains. So it's a super great group. I already knew some of them. I had some of them on my YouTube channel before becoming a Docker captain. Yeah, that's it. Super amazing group of people. Yeah, super knowledgeable, super funny. There are some of them who are really. They were my idols also some years ago, like Brett Fisher or other people, Michael
Yeah,
Irving. Yeah.
I do make fun of you too, but to be honest, you are my idol. Like,
I think we all of us we have some idols in some ways. It depends, I think, on what we want to do. For example, I don't know if I like to play guitar, I have some idols who plays guitar, something like that. And but yeah, I also have some people that I really admire, especially people who really work very hard. I'm still not used to people when people say to me something like what you said, like I inspired them. For me, it still sounds super strange. So for me, it's strange. It's a honor for me for you saying this, but yeah, uh, I think it's a process. It's good to be connected with other people, to be connected with people. For example, I don't know, like I would like to, I don't know, be a football player, to be connected with other football players. We are already at a high level. Yeah, they are your idols basically. But this doesn't mean that you can do better. You can do way better than me if you focus. I'm sure. I'm sure about this.
you have a huge following on Twitter, right? Like more than 15K. So how do you keep up with that troll comments or mean comments which you are getting for every post?
Yeah, to be honest, I made a video about this, so we could link the video with the game.
Yeah, sure.
It's going pretty good, but we can talk about this. We sometimes we have already talking about this, but the golden rule is to never take it personally. So the first thing is not don't think that they are attacking you. They are not attacking Kaarthik. They have had a bad day and they just didn't like what you wrote or maybe your picture, your face, something like that. So it's not about you made something wrong. There are some exceptions, of course. If you say something racist, sexist, I agree. But sometimes, especially if you are in a text format, you don't really understand what's going on, why that person has tweeted that thing. Maybe they just hit enter and send the tweet, and instead they was still writing. For example, this happened to me once. Yeah. So, what do you want to know? How to handle them, or
Yeah, how to handle them.
Yeah, first of all, I think that when you okay, first of all, let's talk about this. If you want to get out, if you want to get followers, you need to be prepared to this. It's like I don't know, if you want to know how to go on skateboard, you need to be prepared to fall earlier or later, because this will happen for sure. If you start getting followers, especially when you go around thousands, yeah, 10,000, some 20,000, something like that, something will happen for sure. And there could be a mix of things. First of all, is statistics, because if you are connected with many people, some people will not like you. I think this is something normal. And by the way, I think that somewhere in our heart we would like to be loved by everyone, but this is not possible. So it's strange that probably we could have like 100 people says, good, I like you. One people says, I don't like this at all. Don't make me swear on your YouTube channel, please. and then you focus on this. Now, why that person has said this? So we tend to focus on bad comments in some ways. I also do this. So sadly, because we would like to improve, we take this like, okay, now we want to be like also by that person. Maybe we start to ignore people who said something good about us. We should not do this. I'm saying this also to myself. So there is probably we would like to be loved by everyone, but we need to deal that that's not possible. So we should just smile, don't take it personally, and I think that 99.99% of the times, if you stop answering to someone, they get bored and they start to annoy someone else.
That's actually great. So, the next question is, what exactly your advice for a person who's completely starting in Docker?
This is a great question. I suggest first of all to follow me on Twitter, and the second thing, not remember the first one, you can start by watching some videos. There is Nana Tech one video that I really like. There are also some good videos on Udemy, by Fisher and other people.
And you do have some tutorials on YouTube, right? Like
I have some videos on. I just rendered another video before this video call. That will be out on Monday. So I'm creating. Now I am a developer advocate. We can also talk about this if you want. For a company called Tiny Stacks. It's about Docker, AWS, and other technologies, Express, Django, Flask, other stuff. And I'm creating a series for them. So you can also follow the channel if you want.
Yeah, sure.
It's not my personal channel, but I'm working for them as a developer advocate. And I still need to figure out exactly what a developer advocate does, but I'm start to understand a lot of things.
Can you give some tips for a complete beginner, like don't memorize the code, something like that maybe?
Yeah, first of all, in Docker you don't write that much code, so it's not like as JavaScript developer.
Okay.
So it's not another language. It's something that you can use if you already have an application. The best timing to learn Docker, in my opinion, of course, it's now. But let's go more in detail. More in detail, we can say that after you have an application, it will be better backend application. This doesn't mean that you can't use Docker in front end, but in backend you really, in very easy way, you can understand what's going on, why concepts are useful. So basically, I think the best thing is if you have already an application. For example, I have a Hello World Node.js application. I make an example, of course. You can type how to Dockerize a Node.js application. I have also a lot of articles about that. I've done this in live streams. I've helped some friends who started from zero on my YouTube channel. I invited someone and we started from zero. So I've done this. I'm working maybe on some future courses. So this is the idea. But yeah, I am a super fan of Docker, but don't forget that we are talking about not just a buzzword, but we are talking about containerization, which is basically a switch in how computers and applications works. For example, I don't know, maybe you are kind of young, but I don't know if you remember what happened when we switched from mainframes to PC in each house. So it's not something that you go back. It's super hard. exactly more that we are moving forward. And Docker is the de facto standard from containerization. So probably you should look for not just Docker, but containerization. What is a containerization? And Docker is the de facto standard. Okay.
That's actually great advice. You can even make a thread on this. And by the
I
way,
made a lot of threads about this, but I think I made like why containerization. I made 2 long threads. I think I'll share them again.
yeah, maybe I can share the link in the description. So yeah, by the way, this is my first video having someone on my YouTube channel. So let's talk about your YouTube journey. When did you decide to start your YouTube channel?
I decided to start my YouTube channel in 2010, and my first video is 2020. So you asked me when you decided to start.
Yeah.
So I decided to start in 2010. So now probably the next question would be, okay, Francesco, where have you been for 10 years?
Yeah. That's exactly.
I was basically, first of all, I was afraid. I was fearing the judgment of the people. I was not even social. I think that also staying on social media, maybe you can confirm this, but if you stay on social media, if you stay on groups, if you connect with people who have already a YouTube channel, for you it starts to become a little bit more not that strange, not that you are doing something super strange, but because you can see other people doing this. I don't know, probably you can confirm this. So a good advice would be like to connect with people who already have a YouTube channel. Because for me, 2 years ago, who had a YouTube channel was already a superstar, something like that. I really admired them. I still admire them, but for me now it's more easy because at the end of the day, you can create a video, upload that on YouTube. You can even delete that after. You can change the background. You can change the proper pic. I think you can also change the name of the YouTube channel. So you can change everything. So the best way is to get started as soon as possible. Of course, this is something that everybody says, but the main reason is that the earlier you start, the more mistakes you make, and you have more time to basically correct yourself. If I would have started 10 years ago, I would have had 10 years to correct my mistakes. And probably now I would be doing way better videos than this or the one that I'm doing now. I'm kind of happy of the result, to be honest. I'm also enjoying this. I like to make clips. Maybe you've noticed some of them. But because it's important to enjoy what you do. Like a guitarist, they like to play guitar, I hope so. So it's something creative. It's also, let me say this, a video is a super powerful media. If I say something, just watching directly into your eyes is different than just writing a message, I think.
You are making many clips like without getting nervous, but I'm even nervous for this simple meet. So what's your advice for me and people who are getting started with this YouTube channel?
Yeah, first of all, this is a topic which really matters to me. Because of course, since it has been a problem for me, maybe I can understand better than other people, not judging anyone, by the way, because this was my problem. So there is no real secret. What you are doing is already great because you are admitting that you are nervous. You should never say, I'm not nervous. You should say, I am nervous.
Actually, I am sweating. Actually,
Yeah. Also, Eminem was waiting, but he has been kind of successful. For example, I really like the style, those share of failures. For example, I like Eminem. So I think the best thing is to don't think that when you make a video, it's like you're not creating a series, a trilogy. You're not creating the Lord of the Rings film. You are making an experiment. Now we are doing an experiment. You can always go back on this video and say, I would have done this way better. This is what I always do when I watch my old videos. But this is good because it means that you can improve. But you need to start in some ways. We can make analogies with code. You need to get started. You need to get your hand dirty. You need to make mistakes. If you don't make mistakes, you don't understand. I can make other analogies whenever you want with sports. If you don't play some games, if you never make a mistake, you are basically not learning. So I think we should relax a little bit. Of course, I know that when you make a video, basically you are putting all yourself out, right? So it's different than just writing a message. I know the difference. The good thing is that you get more traction. So if you want more traction, if you want people following you, for example, I really admire what you are doing now. So you are getting out of your shell. In the beginning, it's super, as you say, super strange. You are basically talking to an object, right? But after a while, 100%, it gets better. For me, in 1 year, it never gets worse. Every video that you make, you go a step further. So I really wish you best luck, Kaarthik, because I think that in a couple of months, 6 months, the more videos you make, you start seeing, okay, this is a mistake. Okay, in this video, I was like this. In this video, yeah, I had bad lighting, something like that.
Yeah.
So you can improve. You can even watch other people, and you can start. There is a lot of stuff to do. Lighting, audio. I also see that you have already a good microphone, so that's a good thing. And basically, there is no ending. It's like coding. There is not a perfect app, but just an improvement every day. That's it.
That's
Something
actually-
that I usually say that normalize bad old YouTube videos. If we all agree, I think we will all be fun. I don't know if you want to waste your time going on others' YouTube channel and make mean comments under their videos. And honestly, I think that most of the people who make mean comments, they never made a video. Because if you really make a video, you understand
How hard it is to
stressful.
make.
You can understand, okay, maybe he made a mistake with the audio. I don't know. He put the microphone too loud for you, so you don't. So basically, you don't spin the sound. But they are mistakes that you make when you get videos. It happens. Yeah.
And what stopped me initially is the view count. People are getting frustrated over the view count. So how do you face that view count? Like, do you get frustration over that after seeing that view count? Like, if it is 32 views or 20 views, many people are frustrated over that view count. So how do you face that?
Okay. All right. Okay. First of all, I think that I've been a bit lucky because I started my YouTube channel when I had about 25,000 of followers on Twitter. So when I made my first video, I got like 1,000 views the first day. So this would really help my channel in the beginning. So if you already have an online presence, it really can help you. And I'm not lying here. If I would have not had this good following on Twitter, it would have been way harder to get noticed on YouTube. This doesn't mean that your videos are not good, but you need visibility. You need someone who can share your videos, or you need to be super good. I am not good at all. I'm not super good at all. I have the support of my community on Twitter and also on LinkedIn and my family and other people. So if you start a YouTube channel, if you already have a following, it's easier. Yeah, I started with Twitter and then I started YouTube, for example.
So-
because I was super nervous.
So if you have to give any 3 tips for a complete beginner who is getting started in YouTube, what it would be? Just a 3 tips.
About making videos.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, the first one, I think the earlier the better. So the earlier you start, the more time you will have to improve. So yeah, we could also say this like just start, okay? But maybe I prefer to say this. Second thing, you don't need a professional camera. You don't need a professional microphone. Sometimes I think about the opposite. If you have a professional camera and you talk like this, you really look like a dumb and rich guy. Probably it's not. Maybe you saved for 6 months to buy a professional camera just to make your audience happy. But I think that your level of camera presence, what you are sharing, should be aligned with what you use. So this is I don't know if you ever seen something like that, but if you just see a 4K video, some people make a very dumb mistake. And of course, a super expensive camera doesn't save you from not exposing yourself. Okay, it can give some confidence, yeah, maybe, but it's not about the equipment. It's about you. It's about sharing a message. So this could be the third tip. You need to share a message. You need to make a video for a reason. Okay, so I want to, for example, I want to make a video because I want to talk with Francesco. So this is a good reason, I think, to make a video. So you can share your video with someone else because you have done this. Okay, so there should also be a reason why you make a video. So not just make a video for the sake of making a video. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, I had another one, but you just asked for 3, so I'll just shut up.
So yeah, apart from YouTube and developer journey, do you have any other hobbies?
I have, of course, running and walking. I also like to cook. I've cooked with my girlfriend this today, for example, for 2 or 3 hours, because it will be my birthday in a couple of weeks, and I'll have some friends at home. So I need to make some experiments. I also make experiments in cooking, but I don't share them on Twitter because I don't want to mix too much content. So basically, that's it for now. Gardening, I said about gardening. Yeah, I have a little garden out of this, but usually I don't share content about this because I don't know. I want to be followed for a reason, as I said, instead of just sharing whatever passing my mind. Sometimes I share what's passing my mind, but it's sometimes related to Docker or tech or JavaScript or making videos. So we have, and I think I have already a lot of things to talk about. So I'll stop about this. I'll not annoy you on how to make spaghetti.
So yeah, initially you have some issue with English, right?
I still have some issues with English, probably you noticed, but it was all about that was one of the reasons why I have not started my YouTube channel, because I don't know, I always thought about my YouTube channel has to be in English. I don't know why, but I had this idea since the beginning. Yeah, so and I read technical books. I always watch English videos. Usually, I never check Italian videos. Nothing against them, by the way. I think that I've improved a lot. There is no secret because I started to talk with people like 2 or 3 hours every day, like we are doing now. For me, is practicing. So, and I can also say a secret if you want.
Yeah.
My YouTube channel, I say this, yeah, not that loud, but
Okay.
I have my YouTube channel to practice English. Don't say this to anyone.
I won't say this to anyone.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, few days back you just said, right, we can make even money by just from tweets, right? Is it really possible to make that much amount of money just by tweeting?
Yeah, yeah, it's possible. You need to grow a little bit, and I think that once you grow, you start to get people will start to reach you out. I think you need to be selective. You don't just say yes to anyone because you have just one account, at least the account that you have grown. So not just saying yes to anybody for €5 or €1. There are people just proposing you like, can you tweet this thing for €5, something, because they don't have an idea of the value of having, for example, a good Twitter account. Usually, you should share the same ideas, but this is one of the possibilities that you can do that. I do this sometimes. There are people who never do this. People who just like to sell books. So there are many opportunities, but I think that there are more than you can think. When I started to use Twitter, the first €30 that someone gave me to share some tweets, for me it was like, oh, so there is a way to get money to using Twitter. It was super strange. I'm still super friend of him, for example. Yeah, but I think that it's not a super good idea to just focus on Twitter for money. It's something that you can use to improve your equipment, to give some giveaways, to offer some money to someone. But for me, the social media should be used to connect with people, like we are doing now, for example. So this should be the main reason. Of course, if you have some people that are following you and someone offers you to have a paid collaboration, why not? I'm super open to that. To understand this, you should be inside and prove this, because if you want to become one day a full-time content creator, for example, I have mortgage in this house, I need to pay something. So yeah, for me it's totally fine. Yeah, at least it's not become just too much spam even. But of course, if you spam too much, you start losing some followers. So it's just all about balance. You should never hurt your account for 50 euros. So this is a tip.
You started your Twitter like a year back, right?
1 year and a half, January 2020.
So do you just watch every single day your follower account, like follower count?
Not really. At the beginning, way more, I think. But I think that a lot of us we are very obsessed with the number of followers. And if you notice that people with more followers, they say the number of followers doesn't count. This doesn't mean if you have like 900 followers, you want to reach 1K. We all want this. I totally get this. I totally understand this. I think that after a while, after you reach, I don't know, like 10,000, 20,000, you start to think about, okay, what is the value that I can provide now? Because basically it never ends. Okay, so it shouldn't. If you have a lot of followers, probably it means that you stay a lot of time on Twitter. I think. You can know something, but I think it's more about that there is a reason why people follow you. So yeah, of course, if one person has a lot of followers, it means that they stayed at least for some time on Twitter, or they did something good. This doesn't mean that you are a good person, that you are I don't know, that you are a super good and positive person. This doesn't mean that you are not knowledgeable. Because I was working for the European Space Agency and I had like 0 followers. So it's not about that. There are some people who they just don't use social media. Totally respect them, because stay on social media every day, it's almost a job.
That's great, actually. And other than that, what do you think is a duty for a developer advocate? Like, you just got appointed as developer advocate, right?
Yeah, duty. So I think it's important to, first of all, you need to stay aligned with your company. So for example, if you like to do something, it should be related to that company in the way that they like to expose themselves. So for example, if they want to make articles, you make articles for them. If you want to make videos like I do, I create videos for them. So I always ask, you should be like the link, the connection between the tech and other people, the people who don't know that product, that company. And of course, you are promoting, but it's like a promotion from a technical point of view. I think a developer advocate, which would be, in the future, will be a very important role.
That's
so. But this doesn't mean that you can still just be a developer. To be a developer advocate, you don't need probably to have a huge following, but you need to know how to talk to someone. You need to don't be shy. You need to be prepared to travel around the world, make some conferences. You should be always open to people, trying to help someone. So yeah, I think it's a great role. I'm really enjoying this role, to be honest.
And when it comes to being a programmer, many people usually attend hackathons, right? Do you attend any hackathons, or is it really important for a programmer?
Yeah, I made some hackathons, not much, to be honest. Some with my university. I like the idea, I like the style of a hackathon. It's not a must, but it could be a great opportunity to meet some new friends. So it's more about that, I think. Of course, you can also win a prize, but I met a lot of people, some people from India, for example. They met in a hackathon, and now they are super friends on Twitter, for example.
So yeah, that's it. It's been a pleasure having you here on my video. So thanks a lot for making it possible.
Yeah, but anytime, Karthik. I'm really enjoyed this. I think that I've been a host too many times, so now I'm enjoying a little bit more this guest. And by the way, you made a really super great job as a host. Yeah, so it's different for me now. Finally, I can share something about my life because usually when I'm a host, I don't talk so much. But thank you so much. This has been really great interview. Good job.